Welcome to South Florida saltwater fishing. I'm Heath, and it's time to get into the bite. Dolphin in the boat. Oh my God! Woo! Double head solo kingfish trip right there. That's a beast right there.
Let's do this.
That's mutton snapper right there, baby.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this.
All right, it's early morning. I'm rigging up, heading towards the inlet. Gonna head offshore, wet some lines, try and bring home some food to the family. Before we get into this though, if you want to learn more about fishing, grow as an angler, or just see some great and exciting offshore fishing adventures, you can start by hitting the subscribe button. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you won't miss a thing. All right, everybody, we'll see you out on the water. We're out of Boca Raton Inlet this morning. We're gonna go head to the deep edge of the reef, do some trolling. We're gonna set out a planer with a bonita strip. We're gonna set out a topwater rig that's set up with a ballyhoo and a blue and white islander. The rig for the planer is the Penn International 30, spooled with 85-pound braid. That's attached to a number 6 planer, which is tethered to 100 feet of 60-pound monofilament leader. And then that's attached to my lure, which is a blue and white mylar sea witch, a dolphin colored trolling skirt, and a bonita strip tipped with. The setup for my topwater rig is Penn International 30 TW on a bent butt rod. That is spooled with 50-pound monofilament. And the bait for that is a ballyhoo topped with a blue and white islander. We're in about 100 feet, so we're gonna set out the lines and head a little deep to about 250, 300 and curve back in towards the shallow edge over the deep ledge of the reef. Okay, so we're letting out the planer and it's not set. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the boat in idle. We're gonna let out some more line and then we're gonna lock it up. And let out a little bit more just to make sure it sets. And we're going to ease the boat into gear. And you see the rod bend over. Now you know your planer is set. That is how you set a planer with braid. You got to ease into it. It's very sensitive. If you're asking me, the way I like to troll with the planer is with braid. We got the line set. We're heading towards 200 feet, the deep edge of the ledge of the reef. We've got our planer set. And we've got our topwater set. Here's the point where we separate the difference between fishing and catching. Let's see what's gonna happen. kingfish, good kingfish. There we go. That's a solid kingfish right there. So that kingfish hit the line good. He kinked up my wire leader, so I will have to re-rig that lure. Once it's got kinks in it, you don't really want to reuse it because the chance of lure failure is high. So that lure is done for today. So we're going to set out something different and get back to it. So we're resetting with a little bit of different color lure. We're going to head back towards the same area where we just hooked him, see if we can get another one. We hooked that guy in about 150 feet, trolling at about 7 knots. All right, we got the lines reset. We got our ballyhoo out, and we got our planer set with another bonita strip. We're gonna head back south a little bit and see if we can nab another one. All right, looks like our planer's tripped. I'm gonna reel it up and check and see if we got somebody. Oh yeah, we got a fish. We're on, we're tight. Let's see what it is. Incapacitated. We got his mouth wide open. Flapping. We're gonna see what we got. He's coming to the boat. He's about 10-15 yards away. Looks like another nice kingfish. It's gonna be another kingfish. Gotta love it. Nice little kingfish. With the tail grab, no gaff needed. Look at that, there we go. Another nice kingfish. So, with that, I am limited out on kingfish because you are allowed 2 per day in South Florida, and they have to be a minimum of 24 inches. I got a nice smoker and a nice large size juvenile, about 10-12 pounds here. We're good to go. We're all kingfished out, so we're gonna head and try and look for some other species. Somebody on the high-speed troll on the way in over the reef. Totally not expecting that. Feeling out wide. I'm let off the throttle a little bit. See what we got. He just took a good run. I was doing a good 12 knots when I hooked up with this guy. Did not expect that. Let's see what it is. More than likely a bonita or a barracuda. good fish. Chasing up a high-speed trolling lure. Like I said, I was doing a good 12 knots when he hit, so he had to definitely chase down his lure. Another bonita, full-grown bonita. Gotta love them high-speed strikes with full-grown bonita. That's strips. Oh yeah. Oh man. On the way in, cannot beat it. So I want to explain what happened today that made this fishing trip successful. Started out this morning, I said, okay, the tropical storm slash hurricane Isaias has just passed, so I know the water is going to be murky. Troll the deep edge of the reef. Hopefully we'll come up with a kingfish. We ended up catching 2 nice sized kingfish. I've always said, and I will say it a million more times, it only takes 1 fish to make that fishing trip successful. And in this case, we got 2. So we're feeding everyone and then some. All right, folks, that about does it for this episode. Hope you had fun. Hope you enjoyed watching this trolling the deep edge of the reef for kingfish episode. Till next time, South Florida saltwater fishing, going wherever the cool wind takes us. And there you have it. Product of another successful South Florida saltwater fishing offshore expedition. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time.